One quiet evening in Los Angeles, Kobe Bryant was driving home after an intense practice session. His mind wandered as he replayed the drills in his head, the flickering city lights passing him by. As he neared a neighborhood he rarely visited, a small, dimly lit basketball court caught his attention. Under the faint glow of a single street lamp, a boy was playing basketball alone. The sight intrigued him. Despite the late hour, the boy's movements were sharp and deliberate, his focus unwavering. Something about the scene pulled Kobe in, compelling him to stop. What started as a chance encounter would become a life-changing moment for the boy and an unforgettable story for Kobe himself. If you want to hear more moving stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Now, let's dive into this inspirational tale. Kobe parked his car at the edge of the small court and stepped out, the sound of the ball bouncing against the cracked asphalt filling the air. The boy, startled by the sudden presence, froze mid-dribble and stared. His eyes widened as he recognized the towering figure walking toward him. "You're Kobe Bryant," the boy stammered, gripping the ball tightly as if it were his most prized possession. Kobe smiled warmly. "That's right. What's your name?" The boy hesitated before replying. "Michael," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "What are you doing out here so late, Michael?" Kobe asked, his tone gentle but curious. Michael shrugged. "Practicing. I want to get better. I want to be like you." His words were simple, but the determination in his eyes was undeniable. Kobe could see the raw passion in the boy, a reflection of his younger self. Kobe walked closer, watching Michael intently. The boy's shoes were scuffed, his basketball was visibly worn, and the hoop was barely holding together. Yet his movements were precise, his focus unshaken. Kobe nodded approvingly. "Show me what you've got," he said, gesturing for Michael to play. As they played, Kobe started asking Michael about his life. He learned that Michael came from a family struggling to make ends meet. His mother worked 2 jobs, and his father had left years ago. Basketball was Michael's escape, his only way to dream beyond his current reality. "I want to make it to the NBA," Michael said, his voice filled with quiet resolve. "But I know it's hard. People like me don't get chances like that." Kobe frowned. "People like you?" he asked, raising an eyebrow. Michael hesitated before responding. "Kids without money, without connections. It feels impossible sometimes." Kobe knelt down to Michael's level, his expression serious. "Listen to me," he said firmly. "Talent doesn't care about where you come from. But you've got to work harder than anyone else. You can't let excuses hold you back." Michael nodded, his eyes locked on Kobe's. "I'll work," he said, gripping the ball tighter. Kobe smiled. "Good. Then let's see what you've got." For the next hour, Kobe coached Michael on the basics, footwork, shooting form, and the importance of discipline. Michael absorbed every word, his movements growing sharper with each tip Kobe offered. As they wrapped up, Kobe handed Michael a water bottle from his car and said, "You've got potential, kid. But potential means nothing if you don't put in the work." Michael nodded eagerly, his face glowing with a mixture of exhaustion and excitement. Before leaving, Kobe reached into his car and pulled out a spare basketball. It was brand new, the leather still smooth and untouched. "Here," he said, tossing it to Michael. "Use this to practice. And don't let me hear about you slacking off." Michael's jaw dropped as he caught the ball. "Are you serious?" he asked, his voice trembling. Kobe smirked. "You think I carry around fake basketballs?" As Kobe drove away, Michael stood on the court, clutching the ball to his chest. It was the first real basketball he'd ever owned, and he vowed to make every bounce count. The next morning, Michael woke up to a knock on the door. Outside stood a delivery man with a large box. Confused, Michael's mother signed for the package and brought it inside. Inside the box was a pair of brand new basketball shoes, a sports bag, and a note that read, "Dream big, but work bigger. Kobe." Michael couldn't believe it. His mother looked at him with tears in her eyes. "Who is this from?" she asked. Michael explained everything about the previous night, his words spilling out in a rush. His mother, overwhelmed, hugged him tightly. "You're lucky, Michael. Don't waste this chance," she said. Meanwhile, Kobe made a call to check on the delivery. He knew that a gesture like this could mean the world to a kid like Michael. "He's got fire," Kobe thought to himself. "Now, let's see if he keeps it burning." Over the following months, Kobe stayed in touch with Michael. He invited him to a few private training sessions, pushing him harder than Michael thought possible. The NBA isn't for the faint of heart, Kobe said during one particularly grueling drill. If you want to make it, you've got to be willing to bleed for it. Michael took every word to heart. He balanced school, family responsibilities, and late-night practice sessions, his dedication growing with each passing day. Kobe continued to guide him, offering advice not just about basketball, but also about life. Success isn't just about winning, Kobe said one day. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you inspire those around you. Michael nodded, absorbing every word like a sponge. That Michael's dedication to basketball began to show remarkable results. At school, he quickly earned a spot on the basketball team, and his skills set him apart as one of the most promising players in the district. However, the path was not without challenges. One evening, during an important game, Michael missed a crucial shot that cost his team the victory. Devastated, he avoided his teammates and spent the night practicing alone on the same dimly lit court where he had first met Kobe. Kobe, sensing Michael's frustration, called him that evening. "What happened?" he asked. Michael, holding back tears, said, "I failed. My team was counting on me, and I let them down." Kobe's voice was firm but understanding. "Failure is part of the journey, Michael. The question is, what are you going to do about it?" Michael took a deep breath and replied, "I'll work harder." The next day, Michael approached his team with an apology and a promise to improve. His coach and teammates, inspired by his determination, rallied behind him. From that moment on, Michael became not just a star player, but also a leader on and off the court. Years passed, and Michael's reputation as a basketball prodigy grew. College scouts started showing interest, and soon he received multiple offers from top universities. Throughout this time, Kobe remained a constant figure in his life, offering guidance and support. One pivotal moment came during Michael's senior year when his team qualified for the state championship. The pressure was immense, but Michael's focus was unwavering. The night before the game, Kobe surprised him with a call. "This is your moment," Kobe said. "Remember, it's not about the score. It's about leaving everything you have on the court. Play like you have nothing to lose." During the championship game, Michael delivered an extraordinary performance, scoring the winning shot in the final seconds. As the crowd erupted in cheers, Michael looked to the stands, hoping to see Kobe. To his surprise, Kobe was there, clapping and smiling proudly. After the game, Kobe pulled him aside and said, "You did it. But remember, this is just the beginning." Stay hungry. That Michael's success continued into college, where he became one of the top players in the nation. His name was frequently mentioned in discussions about the NBA draft, and his story of meeting Kobe Bryant became legendary. When the day of the NBA draft finally arrived, Michael's name was called in the first round. Overwhelmed with emotion, he called Kobe as soon as the ceremony ended. "I couldn't have done this without you," Michael said. Kobe, now retired from basketball, chuckled. "You did this, Michael. I just showed you the way. The rest was all you." Michael's NBA debut was a spectacle. The commentators spoke about his humble beginnings, his relentless work ethic, and the influence of Kobe Bryant. On the court, Michael honored his mentor by wearing a wristband engraved with the words, "Dream big, work bigger." Today, Michael is not only a star in the NBA, but also a role model for young athletes worldwide. He often visits the same court where he met Kobe, sharing his story with kids who dream just like he once did. As Michael once said, "Kobe didn't just teach me basketball. He taught me how to dream without limits."